I was staring at my phone at 2 in the morning when the world flipped. My grandmother was in hospice. Hours left, maybe a day. And my mom had just left me a voicemail. "Honey, I wish I could be there, but flights are just too expensive right now." I looked everywhere. "I'm so sorry." $200. That's what it would have cost her to fly home and say goodbye to her own mother. $200 she didn't have. I believed her. For about 4 hours. Then I opened Instagram. I refreshed my stories. And there she was. Champagne flute. Flatbed seat. Little Eiffel Tower out the window. The caption, "Finally treating myself. I deserve this." Geotag, Paris, France. Posted 3 hours ago. How do you afford Paris when you can't afford to see your own mother one last time? Drop your time zone below. It's 2 a.m. here and I can't unsee this. And hit subscribe. You'll want to see how this ends. I had proof. Screenshots, dates, receipts going back years. But this wasn't the first lie. It was just the first one I could prove in 4 seconds. Let me back up. My mom has always had a relationship with money, specifically other people's money. When I was 16, I worked retail after school. She drove a leased Lexus. When I took out loans for college, she was booking spa weekends. She'd call me crying about the electric bill, then post photos from a wine tasting in Napa. I started keeping records after she told my aunt I refused to help with her medical bills. That was a lie. I had the Venmo receipts. $800. Sent the same week she claimed I abandoned her. So I built a habit. Every text, every request, every transfer. I saved it all in a folder on my phone. I'm a project manager now. I work in tech. I track budgets for a living. I know what things cost. I know what a flight from Ohio to Florida runs on a Tuesday. I know what champagne in business class costs too. And I knew my mom. So when my grandma got sick, I knew she'd have an excuse. I just didn't think she'd be this bold. The Paris selfie was careless. A mistake. But what I found next, that was calculated. My grandma raised me more than my mom ever did. She taught me to save receipts. "People forget what they say," she told me once. Paper doesn't. I was about to put that lesson to work. Because my phone was lighting up. And it wasn't condolences. It was my mom. Asking for money. Again. The text came in while I was sitting in my car outside the hospice. "Sweetie, I'm in a real bind. Landlord is threatening eviction. I tried so hard to get to Grandma, but the flights were $900. I just couldn't swing it. Can you send $3,000 by Friday? Please, I'm begging." $3,000. I stared at the message. Then at the Instagram story still open on my screen. She was in Paris, right now. I typed one question. "Mom, where are you right now?" The typing bubbles appeared, stopped, appeared again. Then a voice note. I pressed play. "I'm at Karen's. Don't start with me. I know you think I'm irresponsible, but I've been looking at flights for days." I even called the airline. "This isn't my fault. I can't control ticket prices." I didn't respond. 10 minutes later, my brother texted. Not to me, to a group chat. Him, me, and Mom. "Come on, just help her out. She's stressed enough. You've got the money. Why are you making this hard?" I felt it then. The old guilt. The spiral. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the Paris photo was old. Maybe she reposted it by accident. Maybe I was the villain here, keeping score while my grandma was dying. I opened my banking app. Pulled up the transfer screen. Typed in $3,000. My thumb hovered over the button. And then my phone buzzed. A new Instagram story. From my mom. A cafe. Cute little tables. A croissant. The geotag. Montmartre, Paris. Timestamp 4 hours ago. I closed the banking app. And I opened a different folder. But I didn't open it yet. Because my brother called. I answered. "Why are you doing this?" His voice was sharp. "She's our mom. Yeah, she's not perfect. But you've got the money. You make 6 figures. Why are you making this so hard?" I didn't say anything. "She's struggling," he continued. "And you're over here playing detective on Instagram. Just send her the money." I felt my resolve crack. What if I was wrong? What if the photo was a repost from last year? What if she really was at Karen's and just had old stories queued up? I opened my mouth to say yes, to apologize, to send the money and go back to being the good daughter who doesn't ask questions. And then I saw it, a notification. My aunt, on Facebook. Public post. Can anyone help my sister with rent this month? She's going through a really hard time and her kids won't step up. If you've been blessed, please reach out. My name wasn't in it, but everyone knew. The comments were already starting. Shame on her daughter. Family should take care of family. I refreshed Instagram one more time. Mom's story was still there. Paris, live, today. I thought I'd lost my mind. Turns out I was about to find it. I opened my spreadsheet, the one I'd been keeping for 3 years. Every Venmo, every Zelle, every cash request. 87 transactions. $47,000. I scrolled through the notes she'd sent with each request. Can't make electric this month. Please. I'm so scared. $500. Sent. Car died. Need $800 for tow and repair ASAP. $800. Sent. Doctor won't see me without upfront payment. I'm in so much pain. $1,200. Sent. I cross-referenced the dates. The $800 car repair? Same week she posted a haul video. Sephora bags. New booties. A designer wallet. The doctor's appointment she couldn't afford? 2 days later, she checked in at a resort in Scottsdale. I wasn't helping her survive. I was subsidizing her lifestyle. $47,000. In 3 years. And I'd never asked for a single penny back. Because she was my mom, and that's what family does, right? I took a screenshot of the spreadsheet. 87 rows. 3 columns. Dates, amounts, notes. I saved it to a new folder. Labeled it for the record. But that was just my money. I wanted to know where hers was going. And I had access to more than she remembered. She called me. Not a voice note this time. A real call. I answered. Silence. Then her voice. Cold. You're really going to punish me for going on one trip? Carol paid for it. It was a birthday gift. Non-refundable. I couldn't say no. But sure, make me the villain. I didn't respond. You're stalking my social media now? That's sick. You know that? I stayed quiet. The flight to see Grandma is $200, Mom. You're in business class to Paris. She laughed, sharp, bitter. How dare you track me like this? You know what? Fine, don't help. But don't expect me to forget this. Don't expect me to be there when you need me. She hung up. 20 minutes later, she posted on Facebook. I didn't see it at first. My cousin sent me a screenshot. Some people get a little success and forget the sacrifices their parents made. Praying for humility tonight. The comments poured in. Who hurt you? Your kids should be ashamed. You gave them everything. My phone was ringing. Texts from relatives I hadn't heard from in years. What's going on? Did you really refuse to help your mom? She raised you better than this. I turned my phone face down. I didn't want a public war. I wanted a paper trail, and I was about to get one, because she'd forgotten something. She was still on my phone plan, and I pay for the family iCloud account. I logged into the phone account, the one I've paid for 4 years, because she couldn't afford her own plan. I pulled the billing details. International roaming charges. France, April, 8 days. Italy, February, 5 days. Spain, December, 6 days. France again, October, 7 days. I cross-checked the dates with my Venmo log. April 14th. I sent her $1,500. Note, for rent, please don't get evicted. April 14th. She bought a $600 handbag at Louis Vuitton in Paris, same day. Then I opened iCloud. She didn't know I still had access. We'd shared it years ago when she needed extra storage. She forgot to remove me. Her credit card statement was synced. I opened it. Balance, $18,000. Minimum payment past due. Recent charges. Air France, business class, $4,300. Hotel Regina Paris, $890 per night, 6 nights. Le Maurice Spa package, $890. Louis Vuitton. $640. She wasn't in debt because of bad luck. She was in debt because of business class. And I was paying her rent while she racked up miles. I took screenshots. Every page, every charge, every roaming fee. I finally understood. This wasn't about need. It was about entitlement. I couldn't sleep. So I kept digging. I searched her name on Instagram. Her public account came up, the one I followed. But there was another result. A second account. Private. Followers only. I was blocked. I texted a friend. Someone Mom didn't know. Can you follow this account and send me screenshots? 10 minutes later, my phone lit up. The bio. Luxury travel. 50 plus and thriving. DM for collabs. 12,000 followers. The photos were beautiful. Paris, Positano, Santorini, Barcelona, designer luggage, first-class lounges, Michelin star restaurants. She'd built an entire brand. The comments were full of strangers asking the same question. How do you afford this on a teacher's pension? Her replies were always vague. I just prioritize what matters. Manifesting abundance. You don't need permission to live beautifully. There were affiliate links in her bio, skincare, luggage, travel booking sites. My friend scrolled to her highlights. One was labeled income. She'd posted screenshots of payment confirmations. $400 a month, maybe $500 on a good month. My average monthly transfer to her? $1,300. She wasn't my mom anymore. She was a brand. And I was her silent investor. Now I knew exactly what to do. I made 3 decisions. I didn't tell anyone. I just acted. First, I opened my phone carrier account. I found her line. I clicked Remove from Plan. Effective immediately. Second, I opened iCloud settings. I stopped sharing storage. I removed her access. Then I opened my bank app. I went to external transfers. I found her name under saved recipients. I deleted it. No more emergency requests at midnight. No more I'll pay you back. Done. Third, I opened a new document. I wrote one email. Subject line, for the record. I attached a PDF. It had everything. The Venmo log, the phone bill, the credit card statement, the Instagram screenshots, a timeline, clean, factual, no emotion. I added one sentence at the top. I've supported Mom financially for 3 years. Here's the record. Draw your own conclusions. I added my brother, my aunt, Uncle Joe, and 6 other relatives to the recipient line. I didn't write a speech. I didn't defend myself. I just let the receipts do the talking. Then I opened a note on my phone. I wrote one boundary statement. Short, clear, final. Effective today, I am establishing a boundary. I will no longer provide financial support. I love you. I will not fund you. I printed it. I signed it. I scheduled it for certified mail. Then I blocked her number. And I waited. The email went out Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I was sitting in my car. I watched my phone. Nothing for 10 minutes. Then the group chat lit up. 47 members. My entire extended family. The first message was from my aunt. Aunt Lisa. I'm confused. It says here that you told her I needed $1,200 for my mortgage last year. I never asked for that. I've never been late on my mortgage. Then my brother. Mom, is this real? It says you've taken $47,000 in 3 years? Silence. Then a voice note from my mom. Her voice was shaking. She doctored those screenshots. I don't know what she's trying to pull, but this is slander. This is abuse. She's having a breakdown and she's trying to destroy me. My cousin replied, I reverse image searched your Paris photos. They're from this week. The metadata is right there. Silence again. Another voice note from my mom. You're all turning on me, fine. I see how it is. I gave you everything and this is what I get. My brother sent a message. Just one line. Mom, why didn't you go see Grandma? No response. Then Uncle Joe, the family peacemaker, the one who never picks sides. I think we all owe her an apology. He didn't say my name. He didn't have to. My phone started buzzing. Private DMs. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. I shouldn't have commented on that post. Can we talk? I didn't reply to any of them. I just scrolled, watching it unfold. My brother sent one more message. Mom, I need some space. Please don't contact me for a while. Aunt Lisa followed. I'm blocking you until you're ready to tell the truth. The group chat went quiet. I waited an hour. Then I sent one message. I'm taking some space. Please respect that. I muted the chat. I put my phone in my bag. And I drove to the hospice. My grandma passed 2 days later. I was there, holding her hand. My mom landed in Paris the same day. She didn't come home. 3 weeks after the funeral, my mom sent a text. I saw the preview on my lock screen. I didn't open it. But I read it. I'm sorry you felt hurt. I hope we can move past this someday. I deleted the notification. My brother called me a week later. We met for coffee. He didn't make excuses. I should have asked questions, he said. It was easier to believe her. I'm sorry. I told him I understood. I did. Because I'd done the same thing for years. Aunt Lisa sent me a Venmo, $1,200. The note said, "This should have gone to you. I'm so sorry." I didn't send it back. The funeral was small. My mom was there. She sat in the back. We didn't speak. I placed a rose on my grandma's casket. I stayed for 10 minutes. Then I left. I started therapy a month later. My therapist gave me a term I'd never heard before. Financial coercion. She said it's a form of control. A way to keep someone off balance, dependent, guilty. I realized I'd been living in that space for years. I started learning about boundaries. Not as walls, as foundations. I donated $10,000 to a nonprofit. They help young women escape financial abuse and build independence. It felt right. A year later, I got a letter in the mail. Certified. Return receipt. It was from my mom's lawyer. She was requesting family mediation. I wrote back, one line. I decline. My boundary stands. I never heard from her again. My phone plan now? Just my name. My bank alerts? No unexpected requests. My savings account? Growing. I still keep receipts. But now they're just for my taxes. I didn't win. I just stopped losing. And I learned something my grandma tried to teach me all along. You can't buy love. And you don't owe anyone access to your wallet just because they're family. Love isn't a transaction. And family isn't a subscription service. So here's my question for you. Have you ever been the family ATM? Have you ever been guilted into giving money you couldn't afford or didn't want to give? Drop your story in the comments. Let's stop normalizing financial guilt. And if you believe boundaries aren't selfish, hit subscribe. This channel is about receipts, boundaries, and getting free. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization for educational and entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. Always consult professionals for your specific situation. But if you're sitting on a pile of screenshots right now, wondering if you're crazy, you're not. Trust your gut. Keep your receipts. And know when to walk away